What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. As you can tell by the title, we are taking a different shift with the YouTube channel. YouTube channel is going to be more catered going forward towards my specialties when it comes to nutrition and giving advice on that. I will be updating you on runs and races and things like that, but I really want to make this shift. You know, the best time is now. So for those of you that don't know me that are clicking on this video, hello, my name is Jonathan Shane. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. I specialize in metabolic health and women's hormones. I've been in that for about 3 years. I've been a ketogenic coach for about 5, and I've been in the health and fitness space and enthusiast of it, if you will, for a little over 13 years now. So I've tried and true, done the bro science, evolved into a nutritionist. Now I have a very specific practice that I focus on. And so I'm happy that you're here. So today we're going to be talking about phase 1, my phase 1 of keto for women. Now, to get into that, we have to understand, why is it important that keto have a specific type, or why women have a specific type of keto, rather. Is to understand that women are different biologically than men, and it's important to know for dietary things in particular. Your hormones are different, you have a cycle, you get pregnant, you can give birth, things like that impact hormones differently than they do men, and so we have to take that into consideration when we're thinking about diet. Now, the good news is that phase 1 is pretty simple, and really all you're doing is you're capitalizing on the benefits of a ketogenic diet. The goal here is to become what we call fat adapted. Fat adapted just means that at a cellular level, your mitochondria, your Krebs cycle, your body's getting more efficient at using fatty acids for energy, as it has been dependent more on glucose. Some people refer to this as codename sugar burner, but for this sake, for this conversation, understand that your body's very efficient with glucose. It's not very efficient with fatty acids on a large scale. It does use them. If you've ever dieted, you've ever fasted, which a lot of people that have gone keto have yo-yo dieted, you've tapped into fatty acids before. That's how you lost body fat, but it wasn't the primary fuel source, right? There's not real efficiency there in terms of your body system. So the whole goal of phase 1 is to create efficiency with your systems. Okay, so how do we do that? First thing I want to really iterate, you don't need to fast to get fat adapted. If you feel like fasting, you can. I don't encourage it at first. I think that oftentimes people fast because they're really excited to start keto and they know it's part of it. They overdo it and they end up falling back. My personal advice would be not to fast. When women come to me and they've never done keto or they're trying to get a reintroduction into it, I do not tell them to fast, right? My goal is 3 square meals a day, okay? 3 square meals a day. Don't worry. People ask meal timings, morning, afternoon, what's better? Stop. Minimalist perspective. 3 square meals a day, okay? Now, if you want to track macros, ratios will go as followed. 75% fat, 20% protein, 5% carbs. Just keep it there for right now. Super simple. Don't change it. If you're within 5% up or down, don't eat extra food to try and hit the numbers perfectly. Like, let it go, right? Super simple. Try to hit around 75% fat, 20% protein, 5% carbs. Super simple. If you want to do it intuitively, make sure your plate is mostly meat, and then you can have some green vegetables on the side. That's it. Just keep it super simple. Meat or eggs, green veggies. People might bring up dairy. If you want to do dairy, you can. I don't encourage it, nor do I discourage it. But if you're asking me how to do this from an intuitive perspective, meat, green vegetables. Meat, green vegetables. Okay? And literally, that is the focus. A couple pro tips here. Go for some walks. It's great for putting you in a parasympathetic state. Basically, that's your relaxed state. And it's going to allow your body to tap better into fatty acids. When you're in a more sympathetic state, more stress state, you're bound to use more glucose because it's a quick energy your body wants to get out of what's making it in a sympathetic state, a stressed state, right? So parasympathetic, go for walks, helps with shuttling glucose. Do some workouts. You don't have to do HIIT or TART or any of that. You could just do some heavy compound movements, go for a bike ride, things like that. Also, thirdly, big pro tip here, capitalize on sleep. Make sure you're getting your sleep, all that jazz. Now, before I let y'all go in terms of hydration and stuff, I think that needs to be addressed. Make sure that you're not only drinking enough water, but you're getting in some electrolytes. Now, if you're eating heavily meat-based, generally you can just salt your food and drink water and sip on it throughout the day. Don't chug it, and you're going to be pretty hydrated just because of the amount of potassium that's in meat. But if you find yourself feeling lethargic, headaches, issues sleeping, muscle cramps, then I would get a scoop of electrolytes. You can get my energized reds if you want. I'll put the link in the description below. There's also LMNT, there's Redmond Reelite. There's a lot of good products out there that people love. But yeah, so make sure you're getting electrolytes. If you feel those issues we just talked about, focus on 70% fat, 20% protein, 5% carbs. If you're new intuitive, mostly meat, green vegetables, and then go for some walks and do a little bit of exercise. Don't worry about fasting. Don't worry about going crazy with bulletproof coffee. Don't worry about none of that. None of that. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Give yourself some grace. And I'll see you in the next video for phase 2.